Ready? And hi guys! Jake and Marissa back again for more live reactions to Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel.
See where I was, and we should move this a little.
Yeah, okay. Well, you put your drink here, so I can't. I have no room to move over the laptop. Hey guys, there we go. We're getting the chat going there. I'm adjusting the laptop a little bit.
Hi chat.
There we go. All right. Hey Kai Orange, Jedi Ranger, the A Games, Deca Master Fan, Brido Pong. Oh wow, we've got 8 people already. Ready? I don't know if Scott's here again. I meant to respond last week, but apparently he was watching and couldn't comment because he was on a different app. So hello to everyone who's on an app that does not allow for chatting. Hey,
I was talking to the whole chat.
Yeah, and hey, Robert. Wow, 11 people flood right in. Oh, hey, Dad. My dad's online. How you doing?
Hi, Russ.
So yeah, today is the 6th anniversary of Database Rangers Power Reviews, which is kind of crazy. I'm still working on the bonus video I'm doing for the anniversary. I've been working on it all day. So
yeah, yes.
Yeah, I spent all yesterday writing it and all today working on it. Thank you. And yeah, it's just taking a little longer than anticipated, partially because unfortunately the mic that I got last year ended up not having the well, I think it may have been more than a year ago now. Ended up not having the lifespan that I was hoping, because it's been giving me a lot of buzzing lately, and I've been just kind of just trying to isolate. Oh, maybe it was this cable. No, not this cable. Oh, maybe it's this spot. No, it's not this spot. So at this point, you know, I think I just need to admit the mic is that I have is dying. So I'm gonna try and make the best use of it I can until I get a new one. But I'm definitely gonna have to. It's
really annoying having to
Yeah, because I've been reshooting things repeatedly because there's this buzz.
To the consternation of this particular actor.
This buzz in the background that I just can't seem to eliminate. I've started using Audacity to filter it out, but even then, sometimes that will just undermine the quality of the sound.
Womp womp.
So that's my excuse this time round, is my mic is dying.
Bonsoir?
So oh, because it's 1 a.m. Okay. But yes, hello to
French.
the Batman and Asdemona.
I think that's French.
Yeah, and I think
I don't speak French.
I think Asdemona might be in France.
I only speak Spanish.
And
hey, English, obviously.
Hey, Jesus or Jesus or however it's pronounced, not sure.
Probably Jesus.
Probably Jesus.
With last name Santiago, and most people don't name their kid Jesus.
Most people.
They name them Jesus.
Most people don't, but I don't make assumptions.
Well, I mean, Mary did, but
yeah. Oh, neighbors coming up the stairs and
loudly.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
So glad to see we've got our fans here. It's really kind of cool to realize that we've been doing this channel for 6 whole years now. What do you? Oh, you're just moving your drink.
The straw is in the camera feed over here.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. So I hope that everyone's doing well. I'm wearing my DB jacket and shirt today in light of the occasion. As far as Power Rangers news, I know the kind of big thing to drop this past week was the Legacy Wars Street Fighter crossover short film.
Like about partway through it, I was just like, I'm done, and I went to bed because.
Well, you were on your way to bed anyway.
Yeah, but I stopped to watch it, and then
it was about 7 minutes long
to watch it because I was just like, no.
It's silly and goofy and fun. It's entertaining. It's nice they managed to get that they managed to get JDF and Ciara Hana both in on that. Apparently, she just loves coming back for anything Power Rangers related. It seems like, and they, to my knowledge, did use like original costumes in that. I believe that was the original Power Rangers, the original Phantom Ranger costume as well. Yeah. That's the Evox is the name that's been announced for the Beast Morphers villain. That was announced with the when the first trailer was released at Power Morphicon. I haven't given too much thought. It seems like a fine name. What is in the name? But
by any other name.
And yes, of course, we can't surpass Raul Julia as M. Bison. That's true. But that was a fun little side film they managed to produce. And speaking of names of things,
the name of this episode.
The name of this episode. So we've got a dozen people in. Let's dive into episode 17 of Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. Happy to be me.
I love how you just went right on through that, even though I was burping and therefore unable to speak.
I didn't know you were going to burp.
Well, then I was like this. You knew I was either going to burp or yawn. Either way, I was going to
I wasn't. I was looking at the TV. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at your face. There we go. Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel.
Now I got to say it.
Oh, hey Scott. Glad you could say hi.
Well, he hopped onto the iOS just to chat to us because he's watching on Amazon Fire.
Apparently her magic mallet can turn the Fusion Star into some form of Megamorph star.
So he didn't just accidentally drop it. It was actually shot out of his hand, and he still didn't bother going to look for it. Ow.
Oh, yeah. What do you do?
Bit my tongue.
Do that. What? 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 You should know that, apparently. What?
Chances of your little?
Yes, they are.
Are they making fun of him for being a leprechaun?
Possibly. I'm not sure. What? Superstar mode. Okay.
A new move for me. Yes, sir.
Cool.
Give it a try. All right.
All right. Good for you, Levi. Have fun with that. What just happened?
Badness.
Oh,
Badness happened.
Did they just steal his voice?
Yes.
Really? Oh. They swap voices?
Levi's Ariel confirmed.
This is so weird. Wow, that was... They jumped right into that in that cold
open. Great, now I've got
okay.
Poor Unfortunate Souls stuck in my head. Thanks, Go Kai Orange.
Rangers, Ninja Steel. Fighting evil with all our might together, Ninja Steel. Never give up without a fight together, Ninja Steel. Power Rangers, fear no danger. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go! Standing up for what is right together, Ninja Spin. Never give up all day and night together, Ninja Steel. Power Rangers, fear no danger. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, Ninja Steel. Go, go, Power Rangers, Ninja Steel. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, Ninja Steel. That is a
Well, he
little
does
weird.
have the singing voice.
This is. Wait,
Mark?
he can't morph without his voice?
Well, they just said his star responds to his voice. So, yeah, if you mess up his voice, you can't activate it anymore.
Yeah.
Can you unspell it?
Why are you talking about this at the pool table and not in your base?
Well, at least he has the sense to whisper.
Also, just putting this out here, Preston, you have a spell that quite literally is undo magic.
Yeah.
It's literally Kigam Agnu.
I'm sorry, but have you heard Monty?
Very strange. Okay.
Do you want to catch it?
What? What just happened? What? Okay. Our
Favorite
TV.
Sentai?
Wait. Okay.
Go-Busters.
Why are you even? What? Why does our TV keep blinking?
But please hold all questions till the end.
Yeah,
We're talking about the episode that's happening right now.
yeah. We will definitely answer questions later on
After the
we
episode.
wrap up the episode. Wait.
What's happening is
When
he's
did-
looking through his spell book trying to find his reversey spell.
It's not singular, hon. This is plural.
Where did he get all those books?
He has like 5 spell books. This is really weird.
Well, if you can't stand listening to the screechy voice, the first thing you should do is stop talking.
I'll believe I speak once more. Bring him back to how he was before.
What? Oh, you went way before. Wow. And he
And he still has the voice problem.
this is weird. This is so weird.
Glad you could make it, Athena.
Hey. This is very weird. This is a
Well, it's not like he could morph anyway, so you better stay put.
Yeah. He's guys, don't be jerks.
I'm surprised his clothes shrunk too.
Yeah. I think it is cute that Redbot still has that same book from episode 6. Nice little callbacks there. Even if
Because you dropped
Wait.
it.
What do you mean no way?
You dropped it.
Cuz what?
What time is it your time right now, Athena?
This is so much about this plot line is
Like
just
5:15?
so bizarre and contrived. Oh, okay. Skull Gators combine. What is happening? What?
It appears to be a
It's some sort of steamroller. Yeah. What? So apparently when you combine 2 Skull Gators together, you get a giant sword. But if you combine like 4 of them together,
that was 5.
if you combine 5 of them together, you get
4:18. Oh,
a steamroller.
you're home 2 hours early.
This is
Danger
Things.
Polymerization is weird. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. We're only like what? Like 5 minutes into this 10 minutes into this 8 minutes into this episode. There it is. Because I always record 2 minutes early. We're 8 minutes into this episode, and there's been a lot of weird in a very short time period.
And squealing.
I'm curious where escalation
Way
goes
too much
from
squealing
here.
over My Little Ponies.
But yeah, that's so we are so apparently the Rangers are really surprised by him having the Ninja Fusion Star, and definitely do not remotely remember it getting blasted out of Brody's hand. Like, they're like, no way, that totally didn't happen.
You dropped it!
You dropped it in a very obvious way. Like, it's not like, you were holding a bunch of stars and oops, you lost track of one. It's you had one star in your hand. It got shot out of your hand. And you just
also
never followed up on that.
Shouldn't be working because the mass of one of those rubber balls is significantly larger than the mass of a pencil stub.
Either way.
The pencil stub's wood, there's a bunch of air in it, and it's not nearly as dense as the rubber balls are.
Oh, what, you're saying they shouldn't be able to use the pencil stub as a bat?
Yes.
It's not so much a mass issue, it's a matter of force issue.
Yes, but the way the force works with the baseball bat has a great deal to do with the distribution of mass within the baseball bat.
True. But here's the thing.
Which is why, for example, aluminum baseball bats are not allowed in the major leagues, because you can do all kinds of funky things to aluminum baseball bats that are supposed to be solid wood, so that they are ostensibly all the same. Ostensibly.
Here's where your argument falls apart, though. Mm-hmm. It's being wielded by a goldfish cracker with no hands.
Fair enough.
Like, as far as I know, the baseball bat is there for show, and the goldfish is just hitting the balls with whatever telekinesis it's using to hold the pencil stub.
Fair enough.
And yes, I have just established that a goldfish cracker has telekinesis. Hey, Dan. Welcome to the group. Welcome to the party. Okay. You guys should probably morph and do things. Stop just standing there saying it's bad. Do something.
No, don't do something. Don't flatten the town. Yes, Daniel, we are getting this deep about goldfish crackers.
Yeah, that goldfish crackers commercial, it raises a lot of questions. Wow, that...
He's doing more damage than the Power Rangers. Ooh!
Yep. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, fighting the monster. Good thing to do. You probably should have just gone into this morphed. Not really sure why you weren't morphed to begin with. You kind of wasted some valuable time there as the city was being literally flattened.
Why does everything itch?
I don't know.
I think what it is once one spot itched, I scratched it, and now it's like psychosomatic.
It just... Yeah, it did.
Hey, Devious.
Maybe get some more Zords out. I mean, I know you don't have access to Levi. Well, actually, can you access Levi's Zord?
I mean, they've done it before. Use Zords that don't belong to someone who's in the combination.
What? What? What is... What? This is all very strange. What? What?
I didn't realize I could just take off.
What is going on with this conflict with this monster that you literally made just now? Okay, so... This is very weird. Yes, he does. Okay, this is... The little boy is named Casey. He doesn't want any trouble.
I'm fine. That was really nice of you. I just have this cold. I'm
So weird.
Something's not right about that little girl.
I...
Yeah, but that's not a natural color, red hair.
Maybe. I don't know what's happening.
No, I'm telling you, they put a wig on that kid.
Oh, it's Levi's song, isn't it? It's Levi's song, isn't it? Also, I'm not sure that's a wig. I think it might be dyed.
Or that.
This is so weird.
The reason I'm thinking it's a wig is because of the extra volume it seems to have.
Fair enough.
And you can kind of see some hairs here-ish and here that appear to be tucked up under.
Oh, that's fair.
See? Here?
You're right. I should.
What?
I gotta go. My dad just texted me. It was good to meet you. Right?
You're like 8 years old and you're getting texts.
It's the same way that you can tell that Amy Acker's hair was a wig in the beginning of season 2 of Person of Interest.
Fair enough. That the little girl
But
was.
that's my favorite game,
doing
Red High Orange.
that little girl was doing a pretty admirable job of doing the accent for the amount of speaking she had to do.
Those don't look very custom to me.
Why are you messing with them?
Because it's fun.
You're the principal.
Everybody's doing it now.
Oh wow.
I actually think
Wow, over the course of this series, he's the class president. I just want to note that. He is technically speaking the class president.
you're right. I forgot about that.
And, like, everybody in the school just messes with him now. What? Why are you... What? You have become oddly resigned to your fate in a very short period of time.
I feel real bad for this kid because it looks like he's giving a pretty cool performance, but then he's getting dubbed over
He's gonna... and
with a
it's-
ridiculous voice.
What? Okay. What? What does that mean? What? Oh. What?
You know, how about your reversal spell? You had a reversal spell.
Yeah. At some point, I look forward to what? Wow. What? I don't know how your magic system operates, dude. But I do know that I want to double check what it is that you said with when everything gets reversed, because I know it's all reverse language.
All right, Daniel, take a cold shower.
What makes you think I'll help you? Why wouldn't you? I mean, you don't want folks to think you're scared of the Rangers, do you? How dare you?
Why do you have any opinion on what anyone thinks of you? Why do you
You're a
have any
bunch of
opinion?
crocodiles!
Why do you have so much independent will of your own for something that was made of
Crocodiles.
skull gators?
Skull Gators.
It's very strange.
It's cold. I should have worn a sweatshirt.
It's a little chilly today. Sorry, hon.
Now in my shirt doesn't mean my pants. I get chilly.
Oh. But yeah, I am.
I can't stand even
These monsters are flossing. They're doing the floss dance of floss.
Too much flossing.
So, yeah. One of the weird things with Ninja Steel is, in terms of their formatting of their episode structure, is they have a tendency to front load pretty
it looks like
hard.
A jumping spider, and it's adorable.
This is fair. The Yellies.
It's like Lucas the spider. I love Lucas the spider.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sense of some of this. But as far as like the episode structure of Ninja Steel is a little odd compared to past seasons. You can get your hoodie. Yeah. Because they tend to front load a lot of plot into the cold open and the first act, and then by the end of the second act, they've generally pretty much resolved the conflict, and then they just have the fight and a bit of wrap up. So as a result, we're not really seeing escalation from act to act to act. If anything,
darn straight, Athena.
It just starts off crazy, and then just kind of tapers off from there.
Baby Alive is getting a little ridiculous.
Those are not Baby Alives. Wow, our TV is glitchy right now. I mean, that's not that unusual,
that
but
is apparently Baby Alive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Super Ninja Steel had a good stretch of episodes, and then they had a weak stretch of episodes. I mean, they started with a fairly weak stretch of episodes, and they had a decent stretch of episodes, and then a pretty bad stretch of episodes, and then like an okay episode last week.
Melting motherboard.
You have an entire like chest.
Oh wait, he can talk now, so he can use his new star.
Full of spell books for some reason. Also, how does separating two spells
reverse them
both? I don't know how your system works.
Oh wait, but maybe by separating them, instead of them being mixed up, the undo actually undid.
I guess.
Instead of turning him back in time. You know what I just realized?
This is a very Mega Man style theme.
No, that this is the first live reaction we've had in a while while Oliver hasn't tried to climb in my lap.
Huh. Go figure.
And I realized that when
All right.
came.
Let's see how this goes. Ooh.
I think he's still mad.
Oh, that's a nifty transformation look. Oh. It's
for certain definitions of epic.
It's a poncho. You powered up with a poncho. That's what? Also, it's also just kind of weird that you're using a Ninja Star Blade instead of your usual thing, but like your power is a poncho.
I can't with this.
It's not a superstar mode. It's a power poncho.
Daniel just said the same thing.
Yeah, it's a power poncho. Like that. That's what it is.
No, I hadn't. My cheeks hurt.
I mean, it was a cool transformation into the power poncho. And he seems to be stronger with the power poncho. But it is a power poncho.
Okay, but all
Wait. Is this the entirety of this plot point? Really?
And your little dog too.
Wait. This was the entirety of that plot point that you set up last week. Is this the end of that? No, this can't be the end of that.
Stove lid door under the poncho. I get the reference, Mr. Alvin.
Yes. Oh. Okay.
The problem is it just reminds me of when I was in elementary school and we used to have this musician with a guitar come to school and he was wearing a poncho and his name was Poncho and now all I can think about is Poncho. Singing Don't Break My Heart, My Achy Breaky Heart.
You kidding me? I actually, you know what? I want to see Levi sing Achy Breaky Heart. That would be amazing.
There was this guy. I was in like I think 5th grade and he came to our school more than once to visit music class in his poncho. His name was Poncho and he played the guitar and I most specifically remember out of all the things he would play.
Wait, did you just jam
Breaky Heart?
They just jammed a bunch of shipping containers into that thing.
A steamroller, it flattens things.
Wait. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? That's reasonable. I was actually wondering about that last week, if you could make an Ultra Zord with the Blaze Megazord. We'll see what happens.
Poncho is an inherently funny word.
This is so silly. All right. Oh, cool. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, I guess it is a very large bird head, so instead it just goes on top of everything. I love how amazed they are every time that they're just in a slightly redecorated version of their standard cockpit. It's always amazing. Whoa, that thing moves. They are burning rubber and
flattening things.
And probably, yeah, flattening cars. What? That Ultra Zord just jumped. That was unexpected. What is happening? Wow. What? Wait, where are your... Okay, so apparently they are rocket arms now.
Can he actually play the guitar?
What? Who? What? Austin St. John?
What? No.
What? Who are we talking about? I didn't see who we're talking about.
Levi.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. They want him to sing Achy Breaky Heart at the next PMC.
That's
all my fault.
That's a great idea. You can keep a straight face.
That's true. iShine did do a concert.
Yeah. Whoa. This is a very Blaze-tastic attack. There we go. Cool. Okay. Okay. This is... They're so cute.
He gave some good advice to a friend of mine. He's a kid with sort of a funny voice.
You mean Aiden? Really? Your friends?
Yeah. We're very close.
Yeah, Aiden's my real name.
This is adorable. You have a
That's
golden
gold soccer ball. Why?
because he's the Gold Ranger. Why not? I don't know. I don't know. This is a this. Are you gonna are you okay? Okay, I'm like, is he gonna be a jerk to the little kid? Probably not. No. And okay. What? Okay. What? Huh. That's just kind of sad.
I'm confused and distraught.
I love how the ad for this season is still talking about how their Zords have been completely destroyed, even though those Zords were repaired within like an episode. Oh, that's right. We still haven't seen Evil Mech yet. I guess that's going to be the big plot thing. You know what? At this point, I'm willing to bet Evil Mick will set up the finale. That's my prediction now, because we haven't seen it yet, and apparently that Ninja Fusion Star was not a setup for a final arc. Because wow, that was a weird storyline. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure what the purpose of that entirely was. Like, the purpose of that episode? Because, you know, they set it up the previous episode, so I figured it was going to be something impactful, and it was just Levi had a weird voice and was turned into a child.
He was on Glee, apparently.
Oh, what, Levi's actor? Jordan?
Yeah.
Cool.
But Bleach 16 pointed out that the show really should be acknowledging Levi's lost childhood, but went in a completely different direction.
That was just such a confusing mix of different premises that were weirdly contrived to serve really kind of no purpose. And yeah, we still haven't seen Dane since the premiere.
It's almost like Levi and Brody were never separated.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. They make no reference. Everything about this was a weird episode. This and just the power poncho on top of everything just really was the icing on the cake. Oh man. I'm trying here. I'm trying so hard.
He's the world's greatest ninja, so not showing up would be some sense. Would make sense.
Actually, you know what?
He's been there. We just
Dane's
haven't
been
seen
in
him.
every episode, making sure they save the day every time. We just never see him because he's that good, just that good.
We never had that moment where Brody was trying to readjust to the Earth. You've been gone for years. World has changed.
This is. So they just needed to borrow the fusion star for an episode, and then they didn't really do much of anything with it.
They just put some
Skull Gators together, and that was it. Also, Odious and Badana, why did you act like it was so impossible for them to use the fusion star without the voice when the magic mallet that was going to be merged with the fusion star apparently comes preloaded with a spell to steal voices? Like, they didn't even need to find a monster to do that.
It's very Gokai.
Like, oh yeah, like actually dealing with pathos of what the characters have been
Rediscovering
to.
what it's like to live a human life.
Yeah. Like everything about that was just kind of weird.
Messed up.
Like, where did Preston get all these spell books from? Like
eBay.
And what is the deal with his magic system that if you cast an undo spell on somebody, when there's a spell on them, it mixes with the spell to do something different?
But once you separate them, then it can undo the spell.
What kind of undo spell is that? How does that work? How would that work if there wasn't a spell on him?
I don't know what a Gokaiger is.
I'm assuming Gokaiger is what they're suggesting. Put Gokaiger with Lupin Ranger and Pat Ranger.
Lupin Rangers and the Gokaigers would team up, and the Pat Rangers would have a bad day.
I'm just so much about this episode.
Yeah, but the thing of it is
sense.
that Athena, he was a slave, so probably he couldn't just take stuff.
I'm just trying to like make sense of what we just watched. Like that was a weird episode.
When's the last time we actually saw Mick be anything other than Mick?
Last week when he turned into a hammer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember
that was the first time in a long time.
I remember us discussing it last week, but I couldn't remember if he actually did it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
that was the first time I think this season that he did any shapeshifting.
They don't use that nearly often enough.
But yeah,
it kind of. Someone was talking about. Oh, I forgot. 7 of 9. That was Star Trek. But now I'm thinking about Deep Space Nine, where they had to ration themselves because they were only allowed one changeling change per episode for Odo.
Oh, right. But yeah, I'm also
they could carry them over if they skipped an episode, then they could do 2 in the next one. But
that Victor and Monty plot too, just like that was
because special effects is expensive.
That was like that was probably the thinnest Victor and Monty plot I've ever seen too. Like there was so much happening in the premise and just
interesting headcanon.
None of it really made much of any sense, and he just kind of became. So I guess the lesson was be okay with who you are, even if who you are
isn't who you were supposed to be.
The result of a monster stealing your voice and your friend accidentally turning you into a child. Like
it's great to be at peace with who you are, but he wasn't who he is.
Like
he had somebody else's voice and was like 10 years younger than he should have been. So that's not being yourself, and that's not something. If something goes horribly wrong like that, you don't have to be content with it.
I mean, I guess it's like, if you've been in like an accident and that changes something that, you defined yourself by, like maybe you were a runner and then you were in a car accident, you lost the use of your legs. That's something. If he just
lost his voice, then that plot would have worked.
Yeah.
But he also got turned into a small child for some reason.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird thing. That was a lot of weird.
All that Victor and Monty had was we're afraid of this made-up disease. Yeah, that plot didn't even.
That nothing happened.
There was no point to that.
I mean, it was kind of funny when the whole school like decided to start coughing, but at the same time, it's just like that's a really weird.
They are not carbon copies of Vulcan's skull. Unless by carbon copies you mean like 4 pages down the carbon stack where it starts to look a little bit janky and you can't quite read it.
Yeah, they're not.
If they were exactly Gokai, exactly.
Yeah, Bulk and Skull are like. I guess you could say Bulk and Skull are sort of like Abbott and Costello, and these guys are kind of more. If Coyote and Roadrunner just kind of hung out together.
Yeah.
Like without the without ever, because they're very much Looney Tunes as opposed to classic slapstick.
Like NBT's music review says, they are way more cartoonish than Bulk and Skull.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
Bulk and Skull were like kind of a Laurel and Hardy. These guys are kind of Bugs Bunny.
Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello, the just a pair of goofy guys who engage in slapstick. The Three Stooges, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but the pairs always also came in the really scrawny guy and the rotund guy as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas the Three Stooges didn't do that. They were
like on so many counts, Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel basically try to be a cartoon instead of a live action show, and it's just very strange. It's not embracing what's unique about Power Rangers. Power Rangers is unique because it's the only real live action, action adventure show for kids out there. Like you don't have like the other superhero live action shows on
likable. Okay, so it's a little bit more like
there are other superhero shows on Nickelodeon, but those are sitcoms. This is not supposed to be a sitcom. This is an action adventure show. It's a different genre. It's not a cartoon. It's different from everything else on Nickelodeon, and it really needs to stop trying to be like a Nicktoon or a sitcom.
He's a jerk. Donald's a jerk.
Donald or Daffy?
Donald.
Okay.
Daffy is kind of a jerk, but he's also a comedic foil to Bugs.
Yeah. Donald
just has a
he has an anger management problem.
He has a terrible anger management problem, and he's always putting Mickey down.
I suppose.
Because he wants to be number one.
Although he's good in DuckTales. Yeah. All right. So I'm just
yeah, Daffy's cool.
My brain from this episode. That one hit me right in the power poncho. I just don't understand what I watched on so many levels. I'm trying so hard with this season.
And my brain's already half broken because I spent all the time before this in an online LARP chat about like supernatural stuff. So my brain was already a little scrambled, and now I'm really scrambled.
It's just that this was the episode that got foreshadowing and setup. Like, I was sure that, when we saw them take the Ninja Fusion Star, okay, like a little contrived that Tiedemann managed to get a hold of it. But you know what? If it's at least getting us into plot, okay, it's getting us into plot. But this was the plot that got us into.
And this plot was
out of nowhere, voice swapping, de-aging power poncho plot. And that's so weird.
Well, I mean, some people actually do make fun of redheads. Like, for some reason, in the UK, they're always talking about how gingers have no soul.
Yeah, that's actually a common thing that kids get bullied for.
I don't know why kids get bullied for red hair, but they do. They do.
Like, you can't really. Okay, so now we're getting into some things here. Mr. Alman. Saying Saban thinks it's the 1990s. To an extent, yes, but this is not what it was like in the 90s. It was not trying to be a cartoon.
Hi, Dyrano. I think red hair is cool. I always wanted red hair.
Have a good one, Dyrano.
And freckles.
I couldn't.
I want freckles. But I can't have freckles because...
And some of the plots that we see, like, for instance, main character having their voice swapped out and then being turned into a little kid. That's something that could be, very funny in a cartoon because everyone's voiced over anyway, so it's going to still track. But in a live action show, when you swap voices between characters, it's disorienting.
It really is.
We did this before with it was Dino Charge last year.
Yeah, body swap episode.
Yeah, not last year, 2 years ago, Dino Supercharge. We had the body swap episode where they swapped voices, and that was really weird and disorienting, hearing the wrong voices come out of these characters. Because because
Especially that
overdubbing
creaky
people
voice
just
coming out of the
is
kid.
weird.
Like, I could tell that kid was probably really brilliant on set.
Yeah.
Like, but it was hard to take him seriously overdubbed like that.
Just and yeah, I get that that you guys were saying Saban thinks what worked in the 90s will still work in the 2010s. But we weren't seeing these plots in the 90s. This wasn't what worked in the 90s. This is not what the show was in the 90s. This is something different.
I have not seen the teaser for the Aladdin movie.
What I feel like we've been seeing for a good chunk of the last 8 years is misinterpretations of what the show was like in the 90s.
Yeah, it's trying to be the show in the 90s, but it doesn't know how to be the show in the 90s.
It's not remembering what the 90s were like.
It's kind of like when your dad tries to be cool and he's all like, hey, kids, I'm down with the lingo. Not your dad specifically.
Well, yeah, but even
your
that,
dad's actually kind of cool.
Even that is is still, that's trying to be up to date and failing. This is trying to be this is trying to be hip with the lingo of 30 years ago and falling apart on that. 25 years
it's
ago.
Not 30 years ago. But
it's 25 years ago, I know. But still, it's trying to be hip with the trends of 25 years ago and not remembering what they were, despite the fact that, they already happened. You should already be familiar with them.
I said you were cool. I don't know why you're saying, hey.
I guess he takes offense to being called cool. It's okay. It's okay, Dad. You're not that cool. Don't worry. It's okay.
That's what it's like when your dad does this. I mean, not your dad. General you. Although at the time I'd actually forgotten he was in.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was still watching or not.
Hi, Russ. Y'all kids still listen to the hip hop? Yeah, I do.
You know what? I miss hip hop keto.
Lag. See, he was offended before I said that.
Okay. I miss hip hop keto. Okay, it's Brody with an E at the end, not with a Y.
It's right there.
It's in the screen name. Somebody in the chat just misspelled my last name while my father is in the chat with his last name right there.
His father's using his real name in
so
the chat
funny
with the last name, and the other guy is still like, "Hey, Mister."
It's okay. It's okay. I'm used to it, but it's really funny. It's really funny whenever that happens. Like
it's like people who post on my Facebook wall and still misspell my first name.
Yeah, I get like emails from people who misspell my last name who I've never said my last name out loud to. I don't know how that works. I don't even mention my last name. It's you see it at the end of at the end of episodes. My last name is Brody, Brode. No Y at the end. No I.
Jacob Brode.
Yeah.
Things that happen when you write it down and people have never heard it before.
Yeah. If you see it written, it's often mispronounced. If you hear it, you'll often misspell it. It's Brody, Brode. That's my last name. Oh man. But yeah, Super Ninja Steel and Ninja Steel. Super Ninja Steel in particular, I've been noticing this weird shift in structure towards front loading the episode with a whole lot of premise stuff and then resolving it fairly quickly.
Really cute anime girl that's actually a boy. Well, welcome.
Hello.
Check out our scripted series. It's fun.
We should be having episode 86 coming out within the next few weeks. I'm working on it. I'm hoping to release the trailer soon.
It definitely has some early installment weirdness.
Yeah. Well, it's been
but it's been a steady increase in production.
My dad says we couldn't afford the extra vowel. But yeah, this episode had a lot of weird problems. I've been feeling to an extent as we've been watching more of, well, first with Dino Charge, Dino Supercharge, Ninja Steel, Super Ninja Steel. It feels like Chiplin just keeps just wants to go back towards the type of stories he was telling during the latter half of Turbo, which
was the 1990s.
Well, which apart from just the time period, I felt like those were for the most part his weakest run of episodes.
We just had episode 85, and we're coming out with 86 soonish.
Yeah, I know. It's becoming
gap between episodes, but not nearly as long as the gap.
It's becoming. It's like I know I'm averaging like a couple months between episodes at this point. I'm at least better than it was where there was the 2-year gap, but I'm still haven't quite gotten back to where I was at before. Back during like year 1, I was just pumping them out. Year 2, I was doing a little bit better. Well, year 1, the show was also a lot simpler. Yeah. There were no effects for the most part in year 1.
But also your career was less demanding.
My career was less demanding, but it's also less demanding right now.
Fair enough, but you are doing grad school.
It's just a much more intensive process producing the show.
Oh yeah, the comedy was forced upon him. We're not just talking about the comedy. We're talking about the plot, like the anviliciousness of the moral of the week. It's not being put in there.
Well, one thing that I found very strange that I've heard about. I haven't watched.
Yes, Daniel.
I haven't watched the actual panel, but apparently there was a statement that he made. There were 2 statements that he made during the Ninja Steel panel that were a little odd. Hmm? Well, one was saying, okay, the humor was dictated more so by Saban. That's what people are referring to. But apparently the other thing that he said was that apparently, and I don't know if this is his opinion or Saban's opinion, that the show sort of lost its way during the stretch of Space Through Time Force. Yeah, everyone's like favorite stretch of seasons. The reason that everybody wanted him to come back to the show. Which is very strange.
Was what Beck and Alan's doing?
The humor and stuff here's the thing. Anything in terms of the overall tone of the show, that is not a Beck and Allen thing. They're
too low on the totem pole.
That is writers doing their jobs. The showrunner and the executives determine what the tone of the show is going to be. It is up to the writers to write it. It's really hard to gauge what aspects of the show are specifically their contributions. Many of their episodes are written alongside Chip, so it's hard to tell who's contributing what. That might not be a bad idea. My dad's suggesting I contact the microphone manufacturer. I might give them a call. I saw some reviews saying that apparently when it goes, it's very difficult to repair that particular model, but I might look into that. So yeah. That was a rough one on multiple levels. It took a number of the problems that we've been seeing with Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel and kind of ratcheted them up in some weird ways.
Yeah.
It was also just a letdown because you were really hoping that this was going to kick off an arc.
But there's no arc.
But
we just got one not exactly great episode.
Yeah.
That was a real weak use of that star.
It was. So anyway, we've been on for about an hour now, and I do want to open up the chat a bit to answering questions. Specifically, any questions that you guys have about Power Reviews or the channel in general. Yeah, oh man, there is a Halloween episode coming up next week. I wonder how that's going to go. We still need to work out some stuff with scheduling. Because I know that you have a thing going on next week. I've got to figure out if I'm going to postpone this by like a day or if I'm going to try and bring in a guest co-host or something.
I mean, I don't know if I'm still going to go to the thing because we got the other thing on Friday and I don't know how I'm going to feel after that.
Oh, is that been confirmed for Friday?
Pretty sure the funeral's going to be on Friday.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we haven't talked about that, but yeah, now you know what we were saying. There could be postponements of things for reasons. Yeah. Marissa's grandmother sadly passed away this week. So that's going to be a thing to attend next week.
Yeah, that'll be Friday. But I may or may not go away for the weekend after that. I was planning on going away for the weekend.
Yeah, there was like a kind of a party kind of weekend thing with friends.
At a house.
Yeah.
In the boonies.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, like a mountain getaway kind of thing.
Yeah, except not in a mountain.
Okay.
It's in flat boonies.
It was in like Catskills? Yeah. Okay.
Planning on watching Lost Galaxy? Probably after I finally finish Time Force.
Yeah, we need to show you more seasons. Well, I tend to, I tend to watch newer. I don't tend to rewatch old things a lot, unless I'm doing research for a specific reason.
Yeah, the Halloween show probably will be a clip show. They have a tendency to do that.
Yeah, although last year it wasn't a clip show, so who knows? Last year was more. It was just it was a footage burner. It wasn't a clip show last year, which was interesting.
Fair enough. Dracula, blah blah blah.
But I will admit I'm a little worried for the Halloween episode now that you guys bring it up, because honestly, I've noticed that there's a little bit of a trend where you'll have an okay Halloween episode and then the other one is really weird. Like Party Monsters, that was fine. That was fun. That was probably one of Samurai's better episodes. Trickster Treat, that was completely insane. Megaforce didn't have two. Their first one was okay.
Good night, and take a good end day.
Oh, have a good night, Astamona. And then we had with Dino Supercharge.
Au passé une bonne soirée, Astamona.
What she said. I'm not gonna try. I'm sorry. But have a good evening. Have a good evening. But yeah, we had Ghostest with Mostest, which was a half decent. It was a fairly clever premise, etc. And then we had Trick or Trial, which was Intergalactic Halloween Court, which is just, what is that? Like, I admire the creativity of these out there premises. I just wish that they, were thought through in a way that they still felt organic, or like, you were still getting
sneeze any second now.
Getting like a good if like,
guys, my sneeze is stuck.
I feel like we do get some creative out there premises. I just wish they were well executed, because this one wasn't. This one was a really weird premise, and when you have a weird premise, you need to really polish it to make it work. I'm just, yeah. I will. Yes, Ms. Morgan was very nice in her Cupid outfit. I will admit. But yeah,
when they said Claire in the Cupid costume, I'm thinking Claire from Mystic Force and going, I don't remember that episode.
Yeah, no, Claire Blackwelder, who played Kendall. But yeah, we've had some weird ones. And I just, this reminds me of, going back to this episode again, it reminds me a little bit of back in Turbo, where they made a two-parter out of a magic wishing coin. Like, that was a two-parter.
Oh.
And I'm like, why? And I remember being 13, being 12 years old and thinking, why is this a two-parter?
Yeah, Gokai Orange is right, guys.
Yeah.
This is a Y7 stream.
Yes, Claire Blackwelder, very attractive, very nice little Cupid outfit. We all know. Thoughts on Beyond the Grid? I have not yet read it. I'm currently waiting to see if my copy's arriving in the mail or not, but it hasn't yet, so I'm not sure if something has changed with the switch over to Hasbro. We'll see. Now, okay, so cute anime girl that's actually a boy. That's the full screen name. Was mentioning the pattern of watchable season, MMPR parody, watchable season, MMPR parody. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily the way to look at it, because, I mean, well, for one thing, Samurai did have Bulk and Spike, and there was very little creativity behind Samurai. But I do see what you mean, that they do keep trying to go back to high school, and they are making that a pattern of, every other season they try to have lesson-based high school premise, which I will admit is something of a pattern.
Excuse you. That's why I get bleeped.
Yeah, that's why I bleep her out. Because it's a Y7 channel. Or at the very least, it's like GPG. That's why I always bleep out Marissa, because I try to keep this channel appropriate for children. But yeah, it's so yeah. I'm sorry, I keep cracking up on this because I keep just remembering different parts of this episode. Power Poncho. Like, I'm just like thinking, that weird voice. The child subplot. Power Poncho. Fusion Star. Just everything it was like they just threw so much at the wall and none of it really made any sense.
Yeah, I'm always getting censored, Daniel. And
Yeah.
sometimes I didn't even really swear.
Yeah.
Because Jake takes HE double hockey sticks as a swear.
Yeah, I do. I do for this channel. Basically, my line of thought is usually, if they wouldn't say it on Power Rangers, we don't say it on this channel. For the most part. Like, there are definitely some things they just wouldn't talk about on Power Rangers, so that's kind of a fine line. But
actually, it's got very little to do with the monetization.
yeah, no, it has nothing to do with demonetization. That's just a personal preference for what I want to. Poncho. Oh, that's a great. I want that to be one of his attacks. Poncho. Oh man.
He said sucks.
Yeah, that's right.
It sucks how often I get censored.
That's true. Oh yeah, we did have dinosaurs and Santa hats. That was the holiday episode we had. We've had a lot of weird holiday episodes over the years. I mean, really, basically everything since RPM has been about trying to recapture MMPR and doing weird, wacky things with, like, the distorted memory of MMPR. And yeah, I know we gotta wrap things up.
I've laughed too much here today too. My cheeks really hurt.
I'm just dying so hard. But I do want to again say thank you to everyone out there who has been with this channel, either is new to this channel. Rusty! Thank you to Rusty! Thank you to Dark Under! And thank you to Power Poncho, which I feel like should be.
It will be now.
Thank you to It's a Bomb.
And good night.
and I can tell you, some of the running gags in Power Reviews very shortly, they're gonna have some new context.
Decontextualization.
And I will be talking more about context in the anniversary
bright opening
video that's
it's a
coming up.
reference to Dino Charge.
Everything.
It's a Dino Charge reference. It was Tyler's father's friend who totally dropped the ball for about 15 years.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have Earth's greatest ninja who sacrificed himself, which is apparently more important than him actually being alive right now.
The dads are not doing very well here.
They just keep...
Power Rangers can give Ryan Steele
I feel like nobody told the opening narrator that, hey, the Earth's greatest ninja, he's alive, you know. He's not dead. He is alive.
10 years.
Somebody should tell the opening narrator guy
Thank you, Devious.
that guy is alive. All right. So, as I was saying, thank you all for 6 years. I don't know if I'll get the anniversary video out tonight being the night that we're recording the chat, but it should be out this weekend. It is. I have managed to get a lot of work done on it. It is all filmed. I'm just putting in clips, and hopefully it won't take too much longer. So, thank you again, everyone. And until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you.
Pancho, Pancho, Pancho!
6 years. Power Pancho. Good night, guys. Good night. Thank you again for the congratulations. Oh, I'm so dead.
Bye, chat.
Good night, chat. Good to see you guys. Have a good one.
Get out of my house.
We're old. We've been doing this for 6 years. You kids get off our lawn.
Party's over. Nothing to see here.
But thank you again. Truly, thank you. I am gonna actually end the stream now. Marissa's got other things to do. I've got to get back to editing.
I gotta get back to that LARP.
Yeah. Thanks again. All right. Good night. And yes, the power protect you as well. Let's see if I can get the button going. There it goes. Good night, everybody.